Yeah, the debrief is extremely important just from like a real world aspect, like from flight instructing. So like like you go out with a student and they do all these like touch and goes, and they had a couple bad touch and goes. You don't just sit there and tell them like, "Oh, you suck. You're better. You're so bad." And you know, just trying to encourage them and give them some tips on how to do things better. And then when you get back to the FBO, then you can go in there and have a nice little debrief. Like, hey, like this, you did this, and let's clean it up next time. So yeah, I feel like just as you were saying, just from real life, but in simulator life, debriefing is very important for educational purposes.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. The and I heard on, I think it was when this YouTube channel, you guys probably know it, CW Lemoyne, and he was watching over Top Gun Maverick with another guy from a YouTube channel called Gonky. And I think it was Gonky that said, like, they were talking about that the training session with the dogfighting in the movie, and Gonky said, yeah, in real life, no one like tries to teach while the dogfight is going on. The cockpit is a terrible teaching space. They make note of it, maybe one or two corrections, but if it's not like uh, an immediate danger, it's something that needs to be called out immediately, they just save it for the debrief, and that's why the debrief is super important. And like Prime was saying about time, if you fly BMS, if you're flying BMS multiplayer properly, give time to the briefing, which is very important, the mission itself, but also especially if you're learning the debriefing. The debriefing can be very extensive, and that's the big commitment of time.